can AI understand the schematic, how the components are connected on this board, and then based on the schematic, can AI write software? In this video, we are going to use Grok AI. I did try also ChatGPT and Cloudy. By the end of this video, I will explain why I decided to use Grok. Also here in this document, I prepared all the prompts, all the information that we will copy and paste in several steps to Grok. Let's start. I'm going to copy these first two lines. So basically, this is just project description, and here we are explaining what we are going to do. So copy and paste these to Grok. Next, we are going to start electrical description. So first, I'm going to upload some information about the microcontroller. We are using RP2040. So let's paste it and let's upload table with pinout. Just to be sure AI or Grok understands what kind of pins we have in the table. I also asked to list the complete table. Next, I'm going to copy the part which describes netlist and a few more information. So I uploaded the netlist file, and to double check if Grok understands correctly, I ask for a table which describes where each pin is connected. Next, mechanical description. So there are some LEDs, there are some buttons. I would like Grok to understand how the LEDs are ordered and also how the buttons are connected and where they are placed. Here we can see the table, how Grok understands placement of the LEDs. And this is how they are actually placed on PCB, so it's correct. And this is how it works. The display is very simple. All the LEDs are in series, and everything what I do, I just 3D printed this, and when we place it on the top of the LEDs, it will create the display like this. Okay, so it's very important Grok understand how the LEDs are placed on the PCB. Next, software description and test, display test. So we are going to ask Grok to write simple code to show numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 on the display and also light up the dots. Let's see what it will create. So this is my setup. There is the display, there is camera. I'm going to copy and paste the code. And you can see the code is correct. On the display we can see 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the RTC. So we are going to tell Grok how the real-time clock is connected. We will provide drivers, and we will also test the communication. During the test, we are going to read the time from the real-time clock, and we are going to show it on the display. So that's the code what Grok is writing, is going to write right now. Let's have a look if it's going to work. I'm going to copy, paste, and save. There is an error, so I copy the error, paste it to Grok. It should be able to fix it. Very often if there is an error, you can just copy and paste it and new code will be generated. And very often it works. Not always, but very often it works. So let's try again. I'm going to copy this and paste and save. Okay, this works. Now you can see we can read from the real-time clock and display shows the current time. And I'm going to copy this. So this is the description of how the clock is going to work. And we are going to program one of the buttons, and when we press the button, we will see like a rainbow effect applied on the display. And this time I ask Grok to write multiple or create multiple files, one file for each peripheral, so it's easier to work with the project later. I'm going to download all the files. Okay, and we are going to copy these files to our clock. First these, and then the main file, code file. And the effect is working, and the clock is working. Okay, also brightness is working. Perfect. And when we press the button, this is the effect. Okay, now we can continue. So I'm going to copy the next part from our file. This one is going to implement timer. So this is basically just the description how the timer should work. I'm going to paste it here. And we are going to ask Grok to implement this new feature. So we are going to use more buttons. And you will see what will happen. So this time maybe you noticed it generated again all the files. This is very random. So sometimes it will generate all the files every single time. Sometimes it will only generate the files that needs to be updated. Sometimes it lists all the files, but it will tell which of them are unchanged. I don't know, this time it just somehow generated all the files again. So we need to copy the content of all the files into our project. That's what I'm doing right now. The last file. And save everything. Let's have a look what will happen. Okay, so it starts with timer. And then it continues. This is exactly what I wanted. And we are going to implement this last feature. So this time it's Stopwatch. And we are going to ask Grok to write the code. When everything is finished, I will show you all the features, how everything works. So let's wait first until this last feature is finished. And then I will go through all the buttons and you will see everything what we created or what Grok created. Okay, so again it starts with timer. I don't know why. So I guess I need to switch the mode. So I exit the timer mode. This is the clock mode, and this is the stopwatch. Now I had lunch. And then I had to fight a little bit with Grok to make the default mode clock. So after we connect power, the clock will show like this. Okay, perfect. And now once in the clock mode, we are going to test all the features. So the brightness is working. Here are the buttons. And when I press the bottom one, there is the clock effect. When I press this one, there is the timer. Brightness is still working fine. We can increase the timer. One button is increasing by 5 seconds, the other one by 1 minute. And this is the stopwatch. Brightness is also working. And in stopwatch mode, we can reset the stopwatch, or we can pause the stopwatch and then resume and continue. This is exactly what I wanted. Now, before we continue, I would like to show something else. So these are all the tries which I had. It didn't work at the first time. These are all the kind of effects generated, random effects. And also, this is what just didn't work. I wanted to show you all this because I had to try like 24 times to get the result. I had to record 24 times, but actually before I created the file with all the prompts, I spent another 3 days just preparing the prompts. So what you just saw, it was one of the tries which kind of worked as we would expect, but it's not so easy with AI. Okay, I had to try many times to get these results. I would like to talk a little bit about the schematic. So when I uploaded netlist, I really thought Grok will understand how the schematic is connected. It did not really help much, especially in the places where there is a component between two pins. For example, like this buffer between the microcontroller and the LEDs, or for example, like this resistor between the switch and the microcontroller. Grok will not understand the connection. So even I uploaded the netlist, I still had to describe the schematic quite very well. And yeah, this was kind of limitation. I really thought for more complex projects I will be able to just to upload the netlist. I think it will not be possible. You still will need to describe everything by words. Also, what I would like to say, very often even you upload the netlist and it should know the connections because you describe how they are connected. It can make a lot of mistakes. For example, very often Grok was using LED 200. There is no LED 200 in my schematic. I don't know where it or how it come up with LED 200. Also, you can see these LEDs, they are connected to two different microcontroller pins. So this one is connected, this chain which is here is connected to one microcontroller pin. This chain which is here is connected to different microcontroller pin. Many times Grok made mistake, and for some reasons it thought all the LEDs are connected in one chain. So yeah, I wanted to say, even if you upload netlist, even if you describe the schematic, it still may not understand correctly how everything is connected and what kind of components you have on your board. Now I would like to say I did try ChatGPT, and also I had a look at Cloudy, but the results from ChatGPT were not as good as the results from Grok. and Cloudy was extremely limited. I hit the limits very quickly. I just uploaded, I don't know, picture, and Cloudy told me like, you can't continue because you hit limit. I was not even able to upload netlist to Cloudy because that file was too big. I did hit limits also with Grok, but it was later, and I was able to actually test Grok, even upload the files before hitting these limits. So then I decided to pay $30 for Grok, and after I paid these $30, then I never hit the limit again. I did try to upload the files multiple times in 1 hour, absolutely no problems. So that's why basically I used Grok for this video. Also, I would like to talk a little bit about why I prepared this document with the prompt. I had two main reasons. So very soon I found out that it will not be easy to record this video, and I will have to reshoot many times. This document was super helpful. I could, by using copy and paste, I could very quickly just rerun the prompt. So this was the first reason why I created this file. And the second reason why I created this document, it helped me to tweak the prompt, especially when AI kept making mistakes in same places. I could include additional information in the prompts to prevent these problems in future. So for example, it helped me to tweak the schematic, schematic description. Once I had this document, I also tried to copy and paste everything at once and attach all the files, but the result was completely wrong. So I just had to keep doing everything step by step. I couldn't just copy and paste the whole file at once. Now, the conclusion. When AI can be useful? AI can really help you if you don't know how to write code. Also, AI can help you to very quickly test some ideas. So these are two cases when it is like super useful. But do not expect AI to write full software for your final product. It's not going to happen. Because there are many problems with AI. For example, one of the biggest problems what I had when I was creating this video, AI is very inconsistent. So even if you use exactly same prompt, every single time you can get different answer. Also, AI can, for example, implement features which you didn't ask for. What happened to me when I was playing with the clock, I asked AI, write simple software to show current time on the clock. Okay, it generated the code, and when I asked Grok to create user manual how to use the clock with the code which it generated, I noticed there was something like, when you press these two buttons, then you can set the time. But I didn't ask for this feature. This can be very, very dangerous. It can implement features you didn't ask for. Okay? And I think one of the biggest issues with AI was more and more complex project, or more and more, or longer and longer the code was, then it somehow got lost. It was more and more difficult to continue because it randomly started changing the places of the code which were already working, and so basically it was very useful to write simple short code, but for like big project it became more and more difficult. But I definitely recommend everyone to try to play with AI. For example, if you have some reference boards for microcontrollers, you can just ask AI to write some simple code for these boards, and you will see what are the capabilities. Definitely try it. I recommend you to try it. So maybe So you will find out basically how AI can help you in future with your projects or with your job. And that's everything for this video. If you would like to learn more about how to design boards, check out our online courses. You will find everything important there, from basic board design up to advanced board design and high-speed PCB layout. We have courses in Altium, Cadence, KiCad, and also courses covering many different topics, for example, FPGA, EMC, measurements, and so on. Visit our website at fedevel.com. That's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to leave your comments. See you in the next video. Bye.